Okay, so I shall start this paragraph again. Okay, so Sarojini Naidu, 1879 to 1949, was a political activist, feminist, and the first Indian woman who became the president of the Indian National Congress. She was an important figure in India's struggle for independence. Sarojini Naidu's work as a poet earned her the sobriquet of Nightingale of India. See, I have written how you spell that. Pronunciation. So it will be Sobraki. So Sobraki is basically nickname. Now later she became the governor of the United Provinces in 1947, becoming the first woman to hold the office of the governor in independent India. Indian Weavers is a short poem where the poet talks about three types of garment that the weavers weave at three particular times of a day. So, three types of garment, it's also like the stages of a man's life. You have birth, like childhood, then adulthood, and then old age. So, there's a comparison somewhere. Each stanza of the poem represents the three important events of human life: birth, childhood, adulthood, young, and death, old. The colors mentioned in the stanzas are very significant as they indicate the moods related to the events. Weavers create garments needed for each stage at the corresponding part of the day. There are three stages. At dawn for the newborn, that is, the birth and the childhood, the first stanza. The second stanza is mainly in the romantic evening for the bride. And the last stanza, they are talking about, the chill, dark night, for the dead. So there are three separate paragraphs, and each para, it's like one part of the day and one stage of a man's life. Now, Indian weavers. Weavers weaving at break of day. At break of day means morning. Why do you weave a garment so gay, so colorful? Blue as the wing of a halcyon wild, we weave the robes of a newborn child. A kingfisher, the bird. So this is the first part. So, the question is to the weaver that in the morning time, so it's like morning is like, the childhood period. Okay. So comparing that, the garment which is made, it is so colorful. So a child's life is more colorful. That's what they're trying to say. So the weaver is accordingly, spinning. He's weaving garments which are quite colorful. The robes of a newborn, robes means clothes, okay? A newborn child. The next stanza. Weavers weaving at fall of night. Fall is evening time. This is the adulthood period, okay? The second stage in a man's life. Weavers weaving at fall of night. Why do you weave a garment so bright, like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green? We weave the marriage veils of a queen. Veil is also the ghunga type, which is taken, or even the niqab that Muslim girls wear. So that's a veil. Plumes means soft feathers. So afternoon, the evening time, the weavers are weaving bright colored clothes. So mainly it's a period when a very happy-go-lucky, we say, people quite happy, the middle age, the adulthood. Okay, when all are young, full of energy. So they are saying the weavers are also busy weaving clothes for the queen. Now comes the last part. Weavers weaving, solemn and still. Now it's late night. It's a day is going to end. It's a stage of a man's life where he's very old, nearing death. So the weavers are also weaving. They are very, solemn. Solemn is like very serious in Hindi, like Gambhir. Still means quiet. What do you weave in the moonlight chill? White as a feather and white as a cloud, we weave a dead man's funeral shroud. So it's like, Sarojini Naidu is asking the weavers and they are replying. Okay, so the last line is somewhere the weavers are replying back. So, like the first paragraph they are saying that we weave the robes of a newborn child. Second para weavers weaving at full of night, why do you weave a garment so bright? So they are replying that we weave the marriage veils of a queen. The third para, when she's asking the weavers, what do you weave in the moonlight chill? So they are replying that we weave a dead man's funeral shroud. Shroud is a coffin, a cloth in which a dead person is wrapped. So in a small, like a poem where there are just 3 stanzas and the 3 stages in a man's life. Okay. The brainstorming exercise. I shall send you a screenshot of this later, but you can just go through that. So words in the 3 stanzas of the poem mention different times of a day. So time of the day you have early morning, late in the evening and a cold night. And the words used are break of day, fall of night, moonlight, chill. And what the weaver is doing, what is the work? Early morning, weavers weave robes for the newborn child. Late in the evening, weavers weave a wedding veil for a queen. Cold night, weavers weave a shroud for a dead man's funeral. Okay, the poem reveals 3 phases of man's life. The color is given and the feeling is also given. So blue, in the childhood it's like they're given the color blue, and it's more about the hopes and expectations. The feeling that you get as you're growing up, there are lots of hopes, there are lots of expectations. Now once you're grown up, then it changes. Okay, you are in adulthood stage where the colors are more like peacock colors, the plume colors, purple, green. It represents the feelings are more of romance. There's a lot of energy, and with that lot of responsibilities. Then comes the old age, death. So the color referred to is white as a feather or white as a cloud, and the feeling is of very frailness, weakness. There's peace, there's wisdom. People are more wise as they grow older, right? Complete. The weavers weave in the chill moonlight a cloth as white as a feather, as a cloud or shroud for a dead man's funeral. Pick out 2 words used to describe the weavers in the last stanza. So one is a solemn word and second is still word, means quiet, unsmiling. They are seriously sitting and doing their work because their mood is not good. When you're weaving a shroud, a coffin, so they are in that very gloomy, sad mood because of the occasion, a dead man's funeral. Okay. Now there is one part which I would like you all to write and send it to me. Express your views about the present condition of weavers. If you go to the history, there's a lot of thing about this weavers part. How there was once upon a time, it was the Indian craftsmen, the work was appreciated by everybody. and then slowly how cotton start, the cotton was sent to the foreign countries, European countries, and then imported cloth comes to India. So somewhere slowly the work of the artisans reduced. Their condition is very pathetic nowadays. It's very very sad. So I would like you to just write a short, small paragraph on the present condition of weavers. So that is why we have to, India, there are many. If you go to different states, you'll have their own weaving. The material will be different. The machines used may be different. Their designs and patterns are different. So now people are now going, though it's a little expensive because it is handmade, so they are definitely expensive than the machine made, where lakhs and lakhs of like clothes or garments are can be produced by using just one machine. But when a weaver is sitting and doing the work, or the family members are sitting and doing it, will take time. That's why they are expensive. Describe in your own words the steps or measures that can be taken to solve the problems. These weavers, they get a very very nominal amount. There are this middlemen, and there's a lot of corruption. So by the time the consumer gets it, there are lots of added figure numbers. So these people are paid very nominal amount. So I would like you to just go through a little more about this weavers conditions. Okay. Express your own views and opinions from the viewer's point of view. I have just given some answers. You can always write your own. It is just a reference given to you. First stanza, robes for a newborn child. The weavers are very happy when they are making clothes for the small babies. They are very enthusiastic. Second stanza, the activity done by the weavers are, they are making the veil for the queen's wedding. Again, they are happy because they are going to dress up the queen there. They are using very nice colorful the purple color and all, so that the queen looks beautiful on the wedding day. Third stanza, it's a shroud for the dead man's funeral. So the weavers are not happy, they're quite sad. Okay, they're solemn, they're quiet, they're doing their work very quietly because now the end has come. Then rhyming words, day, gay, wild, child, night, bright, green, queen, still, chill, cloud, shroud. Antonyms and synonyms. So antonyms and make sentences. Sorry. Make sentences. So I have not done. Okay, that y'all can do it. This will be your next exam. I think it's next Sunday maybe. So antonyms means opposite. Synonyms is samanarthi. This is virudharthi. Virudharthi means exactly opposite. New, old, bright, dull, dead, alive, still, lively. Then like quiet, sitting quiet and full of energy, like energetic also you can. Wild, civilized, fall, rise, child, adult. Synonyms में new you can say fresh, bright is shining, dead, lifeless, still, unmoving or quiet, wild, untamed, wild animal, wild person, untamed person. Fall, a drop, child, young one. Okay. Complete the following table. Similes. Now what are similes? Similes are, it's a figure of speech where you will have words like as and like. See the third line, the 7th line, 11th line. As. Wherever the as is there or like is there, okay, as, like. So these are sentences where the figure of speech used is a simile. Fine. Next one is imagery. Imagery is something where even if you close your eye, means as you're reading it, you can actually visualize that in front of you. Okay. So first sentence, fourth, fifth, eighth, ninth, like first sentence is what? See, weavers weaving at break of day. When they tell about the colors, there are some sentences as you're reading, you can actually visualize it if you close your eyes. So imagery is something where you can actually imagine the whole thing, how it must be. So using the senses, your senses. Okay. Metaphor. Metaphor is again, I think I am not going to discuss figure of speech. I'll cover separately. Just go through this. Okay. I'll cover a little more of the grammar in the next exam. Rhyme scheme is also there. I hope you all know how to find the rhyme scheme by now. Then appreciation of the poem. Compose 4 lines on importance of clothes. See, a small poem. Why clothes are important. Then write an appeal to use handloom products in our daily life. So these 3 I would like you all to do it. Other thing, I think mostly they've cut all that. That will not come. Visit a handloom factory. So wherever I've written HW, I would expect you to do that. An appreciation of the poem in a like a paragraph format or else point wise. Fine. Any doubts? You can definitely ask me in the next video. We can have the doubt clearing session there. Thank you.